Righty ho, neighborinos! I have returned once again today to actually conclude, or try to conclude, the whole entirety of the anime worth of manga of Sangatsu no Lion. I was scared of my own voice. Yes, so I want to kind of get everything done for Sangatsu up to the point where the anime finishes, which I believe it's only like 12 chapters now. I think it's like this volume plus, no, it's 15. So it's this volume plus, I think, 3 chapters later, or was it 2 chapters later? I think it's either one of those two numbers. So it's not that much left, actually, because it really freaking ends in the most awkwardest place in the universe. It ends on the beginning part of a new volume. I was like, oh man, why do you do that to me now? Like, why? Why, Shimbo? Hello? Why, Shimbo? Why you do this to me now? Damn it, I was studio shafted. I was studio shafted by the system. So yeah, I have to actually kind of mesh the last bit of the next volume and the beginning of the next volume into. God damn, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I've had like 3 hours sleep. So yeah, I need to finish off this volume and then start the next volume at the exact same time, if you get what I mean. So yeah, so I probably will do 9 chapters next time, so that concludes the whole entirety of the anime. Then we get on to the whole entire like new part. Exciting stuff happens. By that we mean we're all gonna sit here and cry our eyes out, because that happens all the time. I do still remember you, do not worry. I'm actually pretty good at not forgetting people. I'm actually like it's the only thing I'm good at is actually not forgetting people. I'm like, I remember that person. Yeah, so that's probably what's gonna happen. So probably do 6 this chapter, this stream, and then I'll do 9 the next stream. So that actually kind of concludes the whole entire thing, and then we get on to the good stuff, or the depressing stuff, though, because I think this volume's not that depressing actually, if I remember correctly, because this one's just literally Kai versus Soya, I believe. There's a little bit more to it, but I think that's probably the bulk of this volume, if I remember correctly. Plus the next volume is the only kind of sort of depressing part, with when we go back into Ray's past. That's the only bit that's depressing, but other than that, I think it's kind of, unless we actually count the loss, not that depressing. Hopefully, if I remember correctly. So I think we ended last stream, which was, goddamn, I think a month ago, on the win of Kai against Goto. That's how I think we concluded, I believe. Yeah, we did. That's how it all ended. So good. Let's get on with this. Let's actually watch this. I'm actually really freaking tired today. I actually had like 3 hours sleep plus a little nap in between. So, let's get on and read this. It's been quite a long time since I actually read this manga. I actually kind of missed this manga quite a bit. It's one of those ones that you notice it once you don't start covering it, like, Sangatsu is pretty good. And it all just comes flooding back and you're like, oh my god, the feels. Hits you straight in the chest. Anyway. So, chapter 33, part way down the hill. Hello, how's it going? Ah, sup, Oji-chan. Don't let the Nyas in right now. Oh, sorry. Ah, here. These are dry. I remember that. I remember now. Like, there are certain points you're like, oh, that's actually kind of nice and comfy, and you realize, oh no, it's not. Like, no, it's not. It's a false sense of security this manga gives you. You're like, oh my god, it's nice, but then it goes and it's straight in the gut, and you're like, oh yeah. That's what this manga's about. You're like, oh. It's like, what do I do now? Like, you're just sitting there in tears, like, what do I do now? Where has life got me to this point? How do I get out of this point in life? And you're just like, I can't. And that is Sangatsu in a nutshell. The best way I can describe this whole entire manga. So, thank goodness, we're going to make it. Now we can also fill all those additional orders. And this time we also tried using a stencil for part of it. Ah, you did such a beautiful job on these again, Hina. I miss Hina so much. Hina's deluxe potato stamp wrapping paper. I also remember, like, there's a lot of speech bubbles in this manga as well. It's one of the things I always remembered as well. Like, there's a lot of things you have to read, like little tidbits here and there as well. Like, it's one of those things. It's kind of cool because you get more on like kind of the little bits than also what you get in the actual speech bubbles, which is cool. Though your eyes are constantly doing this, like having to remember where everything is. So we've had so many additional orders. Isn't it amazing? I'm so happy. How many boxes should we order for the Sume Awase Oju for Hina Matsuri? Any leftovers would take up space on the order. Any leftovers would take up space on the other hand, we might not have enough. Plain boxes are fine. I'll make more using Hina's special colourful wrapping paper with potato stamps and stencils. And if there are any left over, we can use them for other seasons, right? I'm so glad we got so many orders for boxes. Thanks to your idea, they're a big hit, Hina. And getting plain boxes makes them cheaper, right? I've gotten pretty used to using stencils now too. I think I'll be able to do an even cuter print next time. The Hina Matsuri sweets really are cute, aren't they? I know how often people give those. This is the other thing about this manga as well. I actually learn new words that I never learnt before as well. So Sume Awase Oju. Everyone will love getting these. Okay then, what should we do for this year's Hina Matsuri at our house? Honinari-san. Momo's back. Momo's back. My heart feels a little bit less like kind of like horrible when Momo's in a chapter. Momo makes the chapter. I say everyone knows it. It's universal law. Momo makes a chapter. What was that? Now when we hear those words, Hina Matsuri, you think of Chira. Hold up a second here. I need to actually sound that word out. That's one that's really. So it's Chira Suzy Shi. That's it. Chira Suzy Shi. There we are. Perfect. I did it. I'm impressed with myself. It's one of those words you've got to like kind of sound out before you actually start saying it. I found out. Don't you? Not things like Chakin Zushi. Onari-san. Hina wants to eat Onari-san too. Oyonari-san too. Ah, I see. Ah, oh well, I want some too. How about I make a big plate of them and some clam soup on the side? Honestly, why is Ordinari-san so delicious? You boil it in sweet oil, fill them with crunchy minced lotus root, then you put lots of egg. I can't say his words now. Then you put lots of egg, soboro, and sesame seeds inside. Ordinari-tan, hurry up, I want to eat you now. I also seen so much, please put lots and lots in it. Ordinari-san. Man, sometimes you forget this manga is all about like making you cry for, like every single goddamn chapter. I remember I was reading a comment on one of the videos on Fairy Tail and it was like, oh, I remember the times when Fairy Tail didn't make you cry. I was like, I never experienced that. Can't understand, never experienced the fact Fairy Tail made me cry. I was like, read this, I was like, I'm crying all the time. Maybe, I don't know. Fairy Tail does make you cry. The real. Oh Jesus Christ! Is there a storm going outside my window? There is. There's actually a storm outside my window. This is the big leagues manga. I want to give Ray-chan some to eat too. I wonder how he's doing. You wanna wait a smidgen longer? He might be a kid, but he's still a man. He might be a kid, but he's still a man. He's got pride, you know. Oh, I just don't get it. Is it really okay for him to be hungry because of his pride? But he won't be happy if he's hungry. I don't care anymore. If he never comes back, because I'm going to talk to him myself. I'm going to stuff his mouth with Oinari-san. Ah, Sendagi. Now go down this hill, maybe. The house is part way down the hill on the old street, in a spot with a wonderful view. Starting today, I'll be joining Shimada-san's study group. Hey, glad you found your way here. I was thinking you might call. I know this area is pretty hard to navigate. Sorry for being late. Oh, you're late, Kiriyama. Oh, there it is. There it is. It's back. It's back. The good times are back. Makes you cry a little bit. Best boy's back. Though, there's a lot of best boys as manga, but you know what I mean. The meeting place is Shinoda-san's house. I knew that meeting like this exists. I knew that a meeting like this existed. Let me introduce you. This is Shigeta. Holy moly, it's actually pouring down outside. Holy crap. That is terrifying. I just looked outside and whoa, Jesus Christ. It's literally just like, the heavens are literally just opened. And I'm not too sure if you actually can hear that, but it's actually kind of terrifying. This is Shigeta Moriyo-kun. He was in the Shorekai at the same time as I. He's kind of quiet and has an unpleasant look in his eyes, but he's not actually angry. And once he gets used to you, he'll start making digs at you, so don't worry about that. Also, he'll only say about 3 things that don't have to do with shogi in an hour time span, but it's not like he doesn't want to be here. I've never actually seen the rain that fast in my life, but there we are. It happens. I guess if it happens to cut out, I do apologise. It's just the rain's completely killed the internet. I'm not too sure. It never happens to me, but you never know. You never be too sure with these things. Like sometimes you say, "Oh yeah, but I might be alright with the rain," but then something happens. It's nice to meet you. Okay then, how about we ease ourselves into it? Available time is 1 hour. If that runs out, you'll have 30 seconds countdown for each move. Once both games end, we'll be analysing them. Got that? Yes, yes. Okay, let's begin. I think I missed the little thing on there. It says, you know him, right? Hey, Shigeta-kun, it's Kiriyama-kun. Oh man. Oh man. I miss Shigeta as well. Shigeta's an amazing character. For pro shogi players, study groups are held once a month and made up of 4 to 6 people in order to study and get some actual practice. Each person will have 30 minutes to an hour of available time, and then have 1 to 30 seconds per move. If that runs out, they'll frequently play 2 or 3 games in a day. And once the game is over, all participating players analyze and reflect on their games. Through this method, through the eyes and hands of another person, a completely new path will open up on the very same game board. And a study group is a place where people come together to look for that. Okay then, let's get started on the analysis. Nikaido was sent it and led off with a static Hisha. Gote was Shigeta-kun and he had a spirited central Hisha. I always imagine by the end of this manga, I'll literally be able to play shogi like a pro. I bet you. I bet you. I'm learning all the moves. I guess. A spirited central Hisha is one of the manliest tactics among the raging Hisha strategy. Yeah, I have to say it. What exactly does that mean, Nikaido-kun? Looks like he's lost. Well, I'm just saying that raging Hisha is a pretty passive counter, so it becomes a war of attrition. Is all I'm saying. I feel it's pretty unmanly move. Then why don't you tell us about the static Hisha Anaguma? If you're going for a war of attrition, that would be an ideal movement, isn't it? Wouldn't you say that the spirited central Hisha, that is, as if it wasn't obvious enough, madness among raging Hisha doesn't quite add up with what you propose. I'm just saying that generally stop the Kaku diagonal is a how about this sort of passive move, like this way you could go for a counter without taking the initiative. Hey guys, come on, maybe you should stop. I think you could take that discussion to the ends of the galaxy and still never reach a conclusion, okay? Neither is looking the other in the eye at all. I just realised I missed this. I missed this so much. I feel like I'll watch the anime again now. I still got like 2 months to go until the anime comes back as well, which depresses me to no end. That's right, how about we start? Everyone took the trouble to gather here after all. Thank you, Kiriyama. I mean, as far as tactics go, neither of those really mattered, does it? Hey Kiriyama, what did you just say? Oh. All-rounder. Many shogi players are quiet people, but they are all really lords of their own castles. They get really passionate about shogi. And so, 1 hour later, still analysing 3 to 6 through 7 to Gyoku, and here, I think it should be 3-7 Gin. How shallow. Kiriyama Nikaido, just as you guys said, if it were 3-7 Gin, then that would lead to 6-5 Gin and 5-6 Fu, and then it's over. Offended. Huh? If you're talking about 3-7 Gin, then don't go up with 5-8 Gin, right? If you get the K away from the 2 Gin, you'll have control of the center, won't you? Exactly, Kiriyama. Just came up with a good one, but going for 4-7 Gin to 3-6 Gin, an old style like that would be more noble and superior in a static Ishia sort of way. Noble? What are you talking about? So you're saying you can use that in a real match? How about it? If you're going to praise it that much, why don't you use it? I guarantee you'll lose though. I'm really sorry to bother you. When you're all excited, but could you pause for a second? Yes, in a frenzy. Is Anija okay? I wonder what's wrong with his stomach. I wonder what's wrong with his stomach to suddenly hurt. It's pretty rare for Anija to not be feeling well. He takes care of himself properly. He's not the type to break down that easily. I wonder what happened. The title match is close. Maybe the pressure's getting to him. I really hope he gets better soon. But 4-7 Gin to 3-6 Gin, I will never yield on this one. Man, you're persistent. You're still talking about that. Like I said, 4-7 Gin is way better than 3-7 Gin. You'll totally seal the opponent's fate. And like I said, you don't always have to come at them gently. Still, 4-7 Gin isn't wrong. It's a clear-cut, proper shogi form. Damn it, if only we had a board here, I could correct that superficial thinking of yours. I know, Kiriyama, why don't we go and talk it over at your place? Hold on, actually. We're already right in front of my place, aren't we? You've been following me home. I never said that was okay. From 4-6 Gin to 3-7 K. Even so, it has to be 4-7 Gin to 3-6 Gin. Man. See, this is what we need in life. We need this just more often. Why can't Shimbo just go to Shaft and be like, guys, we're exclusively just making Sangatsu for the rest of our lives, and we're not gonna stop? And they'd be like, well, we don't really care. It's fine, we do that. Why can't life just be like that? So like right now we'll be just watching about 200th episode of Sangatsu in our line and be like, yeah, I accept this. I accept this. That'd be a life to live. That'd be a cool life to live. So that bird that was there, it's not floating back up. Yeah, it hasn't come back, has it? The guy just the guy that just dove down. Huh? Just now? Just how long can birds dive for? Don't you want to take a breather? Hey, are you okay? How scary! It can't be that a fish ate it. Found it. I knew they had it right in front of the register too. I knew I could count on the Riverside bookstore. There'd be a need for it. Damn it! How can there be this many species? Which one is it? That thing just now? Is it this one? You idiot! It was black. The guy just now. And look closely. A wingspan of 92 to 105 centimeters. It wasn't that big, now was it? Alright, let's go back to the spot by the water one more time. We'll confirm it on our own eyes. Yeah, Roger Kiriyama. Damn it. We're gonna figure out that thing's identity no matter what it takes. Alright. See? It's nice. So chapter 33, end. Alright. Is that... oh, nothing there. Cool. So, page 10. Oninari-san is another name for Inari Shushi. Here we go. These names... one day I'll actually become a pro at saying these names. Inari Zushi, a pouch of fried tofu filled with sushi rice. Chiriazu, Chiriazu, yeah. Let's I said it right the first time, but now it's kind of getting past me. It's a bowl of sushi rice topped with a variety of sashimi and vegetable garnishes. Chikaz, Chakazushi is a kind of inari sushi with a sushi wrapped in a thin omelette instead of a tofu. Soboro is a crumble topping of minced meat. Page 16. Lords of their own castle refers to saying in a Japanese meaning that even if it's small, it's nice to have a place to call your own, whether it's home, a business, or a family, rather than being a cog in a wheel. So, chapter 34, Silver Thread. Whew, I guess this is the right place. What a big hotel. I think that was the actual tournament, if I remember correctly. I think it's a tournament against Kai and Arima, as we call him now. Everyone knows we just call him Arima. He's like, he has no other name besides that name. We call him Arima. His name's Sawyer, but I call him Arima now. Arima is his name. Hey, Kiriyama, Nikaido. Anisha is in the waiting room doing interviews right now. This is the 20th one, so to commemorate this is the 20th one, so to commemorate it. There's a fan gathering before the championship event. There we are. The games don't even start until tomorrow. I feel bad for Anisha and them. The fan gathering starts at 3. Once it starts, let's try to stay with Anisha as much as possible. Say, are you sure that's okay? We've got nothing to do with this. To stay with him. Nothing to do with it? We're in the same study group, aren't we? Plus, I'm his little brother. This brother's a disciple, you know. Come on. He's going to be surrounded by many strangers. I want to be next to him so that he doesn't strain his nerves and gets worn out the day before the match. If he has a familiar face nearby, he'll be more relaxed, right? Anisha is someone who is more considerate of other people than most. What? No, nothing at all. Nikaido, could it be possible that you're more mature than I am? Got it. Didn't think of that. Oh man, I love him. I love him to bits. Besides, at least I soak up the atmosphere. You better get used to it. Come on now. Take this moment to soar, and let us have no lapse of concentration. Come now. For when we eventually appear in the title match, duh? Huh? You really came out with that. You came out that quick, like it's just a matter of course. We're still C1 and C2 right now, you know. We'll definitely make a bid for the title. It's a certainty. Looking at Nikaido's face as he said that. If we don't believe that, what are we doing? Nikaido, I was quite shaken. Hey Ray, you see? Yeah, 3 o'clock in the hall, okay? While I was wandering around in circles, someone my own age, was already strengthening his resolve. When I saw you, I felt I had to say something. Your tournament winnings and playing fees, besides what you need for living expenses, pretty much all of it, is deposited to us, the Coda family, right? Knowing you must be thinking it's for all the help you've given me, but you don't have to think that way, right? But I can't. It's okay, ain't it, Coda, for him to just keep giving it to you to hold on to? I mean, a kid with a large amount of money won't use it for anything good. Ray isn't the sort of boy, President. Isn't that right? And now that you mention it, for a kid of his age, forget what he's using it for. He doesn't even have a single way of using all this money yet, does he? All no go. Poor kid, finally making a bit of cash, and you've got no way of using it. I guess all that's left is women. You could give it to a selfish woman to support her or something like that. How about it, using it like that, Kiriyama-kun? President, that's enough. Please leave us alone for a minute. Well, as the President said, I will hold on to it until you come of age, but please let me know if you ever need it. That reminds me, how's Kyoko? She seems to be going to your place a lot. Is she bothering you? Huh, what does he mean? She hasn't been. It's true then. I really don't know what she's thinking anymore at all. Father, Kyoko is Koda 8th Dan, Kiriyama 5th Dan. Excuse me, would you mind taking a picture? What do I do? Should I say something? But if he finds out about it, Father will... What happened to Kyoko? I guess there's really nothing I can do right now. What an amazing garden. I can't believe there's such a place like this in the Metropolitan Hotel. There's a pond. How did they pass each other by? Both Kyoko and Father. I had thought of two of them. I thought the two of them were very much inseparable. A sun shower. Oh, there he is. He's appeared. He's surfaced. The boy surfaced. The boy surfaced. There he is. Do you think he went through a bush in Tokyo Ghoul and just came out in Sangatsu? Like, Christ, I'm in the wrong manga, aren't I? Like, that's how it happened. Like, went boof. Damn it. Happened again. Like, just randomly just goes into a manga and comes out the other one. And just realise at that point every single manga is actually connected in some capacity or another. In some ways. It's all just one elaborate ruse that we've been told this whole entire time. I imagine it to be that way. Hey, Soya. Ah, there you are. Hey, over here. Soya, you dang idiot. The original Haima. I can imagine it to be that way as well. Like, either he went the wrong way and went into Tokyo Ghoul and went, oh Christ, I'm in the wrong manga, aren't I? And then actually had to go backwards and go, oh yeah, now I'm back. Or it's just the other way around. Somehow he ended up in Tokyo Ghoul and in this at the same time. He just exists in both universes. Hey, you're our leading man, dang it. Jeez, where are you? Where are you disappearing off to? Ah, jeez, you're all wet now, aren't you? Hey, Kiriyama, if you were with him, why didn't you bring him inside? The meeting's about to start and the star is out here. We can't have that now, can we? Jeez, come on, let's go. You two, come. Yes, sorry. That took my breath away. I mean, he had no presence at all. The moment I saw him, his appearance never changes. It's like time has stopped for him. All the sound disappeared from the world. This is not a person. Even my memory, I heard someone whisper that. The moment he disappeared, the sky broke apart and a heavy rain poured down. Are you really going to fight that man, Shimada-san? Woohoo! Oh man! Oh boy! When you actually read that line out, it makes it just a lot more impactful. You're like, oh! Take a step back after that point. You're like, damn! Like, you take a step back for a bit. You're like, whew. Takes your breath away for a second. It is amazing, actually. Now I'm going to see it in the anime whether or not they actually replicate that shot again. I actually can't remember whether or not they actually replicate the shot exactly. Actually, after I finished actually covering the manga, it's actually a pretty freaking amazing shot. Oh Christ, here we go. So, there's actually a little thing on the end. So, Senzaki Manabu, Line Shogi column, an article by Senzaki Manabu. So, total match battles across the nation. Cco Championship, Lion King Championship is a good name, isn't it? There are lots of title matches in Shogi with names in kanji like the Meijin Championship Master, the Ryu-O Championship Dragon King, and the Kaisei Championship Great Player, and there really aren't any written in Western writing. Now then, the title matches are the funnel of a competition, which are the flowers of the shogi world. the way the game is handled is incomparable to the battles up to that point, which decide the challenger. They're upgraded from a shogi hall in Sendagaya, built 30-something years earlier, to a first-class hotel or a traditional Japanese hotel. To give you a model for the place where the first game of the Seishio Championship is held, would be the bustling Meijiro Tokyo Hotel, Shinzaso. I suppose it's a high-class hotel, said to be one of the big three. And here is where, for the past 2 years, the Meijin Championship first game has been held. Not all title matches are played in Tokyo. No, actually, it's rare for them to take place in Tokyo. They actually take place all over the country. It would seem that the reason for this is partly because of the sponsor are newspapers, and they want to increase sales. Sometimes they even take place overseas. They've been held in Paris, London, New York, and other big cities all over the world. Recently, they've been in China a lot as well. And as a rare occurrence inside the country, they have occurred in Todai Temple and Mr. Hiei in Ryaku Temple as well. At the title matches, there are not only shogi players, but also the people who set up the match. Players from the Japan Shogi Association, I say the word, association, staff and sponsors. There are also dozens of journalists covering the match, so a lot of people have to be transported for these events. Furthermore, the Meijin Championship and the Rio Championship, they broadcasted live on NHK, so the TV station staff, there are lots of them come as well. Because of this, and because it's so hard to get everyone together, they frequently call shogi fans and celebrities as such that are nearby and put on a magnificent pre-championship event with all the setup and considering the special circumstances surrounding a shogi game. As you might expect, there are many staple hotels that are quite used to it. Also, many competitions end with one side winning overwhelmingly, and when that happens, events beyond that point get cancelled. It's quite harsh for those who have agreed to the arrangement. Therefore, there are many staple hotels chosen for the latter half of the competitions, and one of them is Jinya in Kanegawa Prefecture. In exchange for the ever-present risk of cancellations, always in a serious state when the title matches come, so Jinya gets a lot of famous matches played there. Whew, that's quite cool. The more you know. A little bit of information there. I felt like my brain was not allowing me to read that bit. I was like, come on, all right, give me a break here, brain. Like, just match up, just kind of see the things and actually match up. Oh man, my nose as well today. It's like whenever it rains in England, afterwards it just becomes this like cesspool of every single thing trying to kill your nose at the same time. It's horrible. It's like, hey look, the police cars. And actually stopped raining, it's completely sunny outside. The frick is wrong with this country sometimes? Like, just random ass storm happens and it just like, it's as if it's nothing outside afterwards. Like, oh, it's ended. Okay. It's like, oh, alright. Thanks, England. Thank you. I feel sorry for anyone that's actually stuck in that. I really do. So, water surface. It was an odd sight. When he entered the hall, all sound disappeared, and the crowd split into two. At 15 years old, while he was in middle school, he became a pro. Excuse me, everyone, sorry to keep you waiting. This guy was in the garden, staring at Koi like he didn't have a care in the world. Now you know you can't be doing things like that right now. Okay? At 21, he became the youngest Meijin, and after that, then shall we begin? Come on, Soya. Up the stairs, he rewrote shogi history again and again, and became the first conqueror of all 7 great titles. Ever since then, he has reigned from one throne continuously. Ever since then, he reigned from his throne continuously for 10 years. for 10 years' time, never changing in appearance, unfading, untiring, untarnished, overwhelmingly quiet, he remains there. Though he has been compared to a god, hey, it's been a while. Someone once said, I'm certain that the devil has a face like that. That line still gets you. That line still gets you. Every single time. Even in the anime, that it sent shivers down your spine. And then even then, you're like, oh, no. Don't do this to me, Sangatsu. Don't be doing this to me, Sangatsu. Oh, man. Oh, boy. That gets you. That gets you. The shivers were felt. The shivers were felt. When the pre-championship event ended, Shimada-san said, 2. Against that monster of an opponent, he had to gain 2 wins. Otherwise, he wouldn't reach it. His 6th game is in my hometown. Shimada Kai 8th dan in the 7-game Shishi-O championship match. Resigned the first game over the 11th resigned the first game on the 114th move. That would be an interesting turn of events, to be honest. Let's face it, that'd be like you'd be like, what? What's happened here? Like, how? When? What? Who? Like, but you'd be like, well, it's a welcome change, I guess. It's a different universe. Sangatsu is actually a detective manga. That'd be a pretty interesting thing to actually kind of a route to go down. God damn, like I would imagine Shaft would have a field day with that. Like if in an alternate universe this was actually a detective manga, Shaft would be like having a field day with like how they actually adapt it. Man, I want to see that now. The Detective Shaft show. Can't actually remember that, but what? Heavy Rain 2. Oh man, I want that now. I want it. I want it to happen. We need to write that down somewhere and actually kind of make it. Ray, what do you want? You said something you shouldn't have to father, didn't you? I already told you in my text. I didn't say anything. Not only did he halt my car, he started bombarding me with questions. What am I supposed to do now? This is all your fault, you know. I told you I didn't say a thing. Anyway, isn't that what you'd call repeating? Isn't that what you call reaping what you sow? What? Reaping? What you sow? Are you kidding me? What's with that holier than thou tone? You've been doing nothing but whining about being stressed out over playing Shogi all the time. What does that have to do with anything? Hold up a second here. Is this actually kind of skip something? Hold up. Sometimes this thing tends to kind of be really weird when it comes to, right, so we're on chapter, I think, 36. Oh no, it's actually right. Huh, I was gonna say, I thought, did it just jump? That needs to happen. We actually need to write that down somewhere and actually make that. We need to actually make that. That'd be an amazing thing. But it's fine. It's fine. Everyone accepts stuff getting taken from Twin Peaks. I'm pretty damn sure everything after that point was taken from Twin Peaks. So it's not really a problem at this point. Nah, I think we're on good track. I thought to myself, didn't it just jump a little bit? I thought to myself, wait a second here, what's going on? But no, it was all right. Sometimes I fear for this what's it called? This program, because sometimes it jumps certain pages. I'm like, what are you doing that for? Because the pages themselves are numbered weirdly, so sometimes it gets confused. Like, it doesn't know what one's which, so sometimes you have to actually kind of reroute everything so it actually knows what it's doing. Because Macs are like that sometimes. They aren't good things unless you want to do anything Adobe orientated. When you do that, it's fine. Anything else? Catastrophe. Catastrophe. Man, I wanna write that down somewhere. We need to write that down somewhere and actually make that storyline up. Like it would be the most amazing story. No, we need to do that. That'd be an amazing manga. No. We need to start. We need to do that. That needs to be made. That needs to be made right now. Like I don't think anyone's done it yet. So it has somewhere and somehow. We actually need to plan that whole entire thing out because that actually be kind of interesting. That'd be kind of interesting actually. Squeeze. Momo-chan? Ray, who are they? Akari-san? Pardon us, please take your time. Are you fighting, Ray-chan? Come now, let's get going. Are you being picked on? It's okay, probably. It's too bad, but he seems to be in the middle of something. Oh well, let's just eat the Onari-san ourselves. But a witch? Is she a witch? Still, Ray-kun is dealing with a rather tough-looking girl. Who are those people? Some neighbours who've been looking after me. So now you're at their house. It would totally work. We would actually make this whole entire thing work. It'd be like the greatest like detective novel ever written. Like, man. It could be the greatest thing. We'll give it to Studio Period to actually animate. It'd actually be their breakout anime. That's actually not Bleach or Naruto or anything like that. There'll be no breakout anime. They'll be like, this is the greatest thing Studio Period's ever made. Like, man. We get the guy who directed Chaos Dragon to actually direct the show, and then it'd just be the greatest thing ever. Like it could never fail. It'd be the greatest thing. It'd be the greatest thing since sliced bread. Man, it's gonna work. It's gonna work out to be the greatest thing ever. Okay, so now you're at their house, putting on the pitiful act again, so they would take you in. Are you going to mess everything up again? Barging in on other people's homes like that? Disgusting. I wonder why. My heart pounded with frustration. At the pale stone look expression on Ray's face, at that profile we had never seen before, and at the fact that he never once turned towards us. Ray-chan, eat this. One-chan and I made them. They've got lots of egg and sesame seeds. And they're sweet and really good. Eat them. Eating them will cheer you up. So make sure you eat them. Man. that just man. I just want to go lie in the corner now. I just want to go lie down in the corner. It got me good. Does he think? No. Go. Thank you. Let's go on it, John. What's her problem? She really pisses me off. That woman is definitely up to no good. And Ray-chan too. Why did he let her mouth off at him like that? You shouldn't do that. Don't say she pisses you off. Is the witch gone now? But One-chan feels the same way, right? Just a bit. Doesn't Momo actually say out loud in the anime? Like she actually actively calls Kyoko a witch. Because it was actually kind of subtly said in that one, but it's kind of like openly said in the manga in the anime, I believe. I think she says like, "Is that a witch over there?" Oh jeez, the monster's trying to attack me now. God damn! Thanks, Smart Wolf. You actually pulled up to the top. Smart Wolf actually was on there. So when you get a beer, it's like the top of it. It's like so perfectly done. Like it's just my water was like that, and just like went everywhere for a bit. I was like, damn it, no, stop, water. Meant to be smart water. Don't do this to me now. Alas. So chapter 36, bottom of a blue night. What is this? Man, that's sweet. This orge is too sweet. It's not supposed to be candy for crying. It's not supposed to be candy for crying out loud. But this one has mints. Wow. Okay, here we go. That's a word I've never seen before. wasabizuke in it. There we are. There we are. I hope I actually pronounced that correctly. I think I did. I think I have. Jeez, with all these different flavours, I can't stop. What if I get fat? There's no use telling me that. You decided to come with me on your own, and you started eating on your own, but you've complained, really? Okay. The second layer is vegetable stuff. Chikuzeni. It's like something an old granny makes. She's trying too hard. This screams, look how homey I am, doesn't it? Like, oh, a guy living alone must be starving for things like this. Next you've got okra and broccoli. Boiled in sesame oil and salt. So it's normal style, huh? So Kyoko, shouldn't you be getting home soon? Mother is going to have dinner waiting. I can't move. My skirt's so tight. Being full has kind of made me sleepy. Ray, lend me some clothes. Do you have a jersey or something? I'm going to sleep now. Wasn't Father mad at you just a little while ago? Why don't you just go home? Lay off me. Jeez. I'll just call him later. Hey, what are you doing? Don't open it. Jeez. Much better. Like, I think she's best girl, but I'm like, who is true best girl in this manga? It's like, everyone's got their best girl awards, but you literally can't pinpoint the best girl in this manga, because you're like, is it Kyoko? Is it Akari? I don't freaking know. Because Kyoko gets that development, you're like, holy crap. You're like, Christ, everything makes sense now. It's like, after that point, you're like, oh my god. And just like, everything just changes. Everything just like flashes forward like a little bit. Like, you just see your life just flash before you. Like, it all makes sense now. And so you just realize Kyoko just might be best girl. Then your heart's just like, wait a minute, isn't it Akari though? Like, what do I do? Who do I side with? Everyone's best girl, literally. I think this manga's basically unified the idea of best girl. Like, there's actually not one pinpointed best girl. Like, it's the unified best girl. It's the first manga to ever do it. Like, no manga, I can't even say the word now. Manga can actually do it, besides this one. I can't actually say manga properly sometimes. And why? Hey. Which girl is it, huh? Is it the middle schooler? Oh wait, don't tell me. Not the married one, right? What are you talking about? Married woman, oh. Do you mean Akari-san? So her name's Akari, Well, not that it matters. The girl she was carrying was her little sister, you know? Huh? Those three siblings? Huh? Speaking of which, Akari-san, she and you probably aren't that far apart in age. Huh? You're kidding, right? Then which one is it? The middle school or that old lady young woman? What do you mean which one? Why does it have to be like that? It's neither. And did you just say old lady just now? No way, then it's the kindergartner. You perv. Seriously, just go home. Like I said, I'm at Ray's place. You shouldn't have any problems with me actually being at Ray's place, right? You can keep saying that, but the last train's already left. Ray, Father said pass it to you. Jeez, what the hell? Why can't he trust his own daughter? I don't understand Kyoko anymore. Yeah, me too. Great minds think alike, huh, Father? You're never doing anything to merit being true omitted. Kyoko, what are you planning to do? Father's worried. I don't know. Dad just doesn't get it. He's taking care of you, so I should like to meet him. He's taking care of you, so I should like to meet him. Bring your boyfriend along, stuff like that. He's 20 years older than me. He's married. The guy was once his pupil. Like hell, I'm going to bring him with me. Why would you pick somebody like that? I don't know. I wish I knew myself. That little runt. How dare she call someone a witch? If I really were a witch, I wouldn't be having these miserable problems. I didn't miss anything. Cool. Hey, Ray, what should I do? I'm scared. Over the course of that night, the little light of her phone screen kept lighting up again and again, and I just stared at her palely lit outline. The whole room was dyed in blue, and as if the two of us were at the bottom of the deep pool of water. It felt like a night where, "I'll see you later," in response to those words. I held my tongue with just a yeah, even though that day I left that house with those torn up feelings. Kyoko and I both, like this, without anything changing, without being able to change anything, unable to become siblings or strangers. Sorry for being late. Oh, it's fine, no problem. What? Did you run here? Don't say anything. No, go. Oh, did I skip a line? Would I skip it? Hold up a second here, I'm actually kind of... Hold up. Which one did I miss? I'm now curious. Because my eyes sometimes run across some places and I actually kind of miss a line sometimes. It's happened to me before. I feel like I actually read everything, but I might. No, I actually read that bit. Just my voice drowned it out a little bit. No, I said it felt like a night where. That's why I was like, did I miss something? Because I swear I read that bit. Sorry, my voice might have drowned it out a bit because my throat's sort of drifting in that point of legible and non-legible. Like it has those brief points. Oh, we were just sing. Oh, okay. Now I see it. My eyes didn't actually see that bit. Ah, we were just sinking. Ah, thanks. That's what I was gonna say. I swear I read that bit, but now that you mentioned, I didn't see that bit. Thanks. I actually kind of missed that little bit there. It was kind of incognito into that little bit there. Like now you see it, you can actually see it, but beforehand it was like incognito into the whole entire background. So my eyes were like, huh? I was like, oh. Do apologise. Yeah, it was a really weird placed word because it's kind of important. I was like, that's why my eyes were like, huh? Did I miss something? But then now you point it out. It's like, yeah, it's right there. I was like, ah, yeah, I did miss it. Nah, didn't miss anything else. Cool. Sorry, clean-up duty took a while. Clean-up duty? It's been quite some time since I've heard that expression. It really brings back memories. I guess you really are still a student. Come on in, Akayo's been waiting impatiently for you. Hey, you here, Kiriyama? I won my last game, which means next term I'll be in C1 just like you. Keep your voice down, man. And your attitude could use some downsizing too. Shigeta-san, congratulations on remaining in the same class. Ah, I'm just so excited. You're really pushing people's buttons. I keep thinking about how we're going to be in the same class soon. Where did you see that? Which shoyu circle did you get that info from? I mean, it was an easy season, so what? But hey, what's most important is that there's no real bad news. I've also been confirmed to remain in A class this term. Well, you could say I was a finger width away, but the margin was more like just a hair width away. What's wrong? Everyone's dabbing their eyes. Dabbing their eyes. Like now that you kind of put that word into 2017's context, like dabbing their eyes. I just realised that. I don't know why it made me laugh. Oh man. If only 2017 never existed. Sometimes. if that word never wait, was that 2016 or 2017? I don't even remember anymore. I feel like I'm actually older than my age. It was like so long ago now. Hair width away. Hearing you say that amnesia makes it feel so. I truly want to congratulate you. I finally caught up to you, Kiriyama. I've been looking forward to going head to head with you. Okay, rival? Yeah, I guess so. And he said that. The expression on Nikaido's face was so bright I had to squint my eyes. This morning's river surface floated across my eyelids. Next month I'll turn 18. I'll be a sophomore who's 1 year behind without being able to change anything. A new spring has come again. you're like the, I can't even speak anymore. You're not the only one. I hate 2017 as well. Like sometimes you just have to realize like 2017 is kind of a dumpster fire year as well. Like I don't know. I don't even. Has anything good happened this whole entire year? I can't remember now. It's like a dumpster fire when it comes to most things. Like the only thing that's actually been good so far is the movies. Like the movies have been absolutely stellar this whole entire year. Everything else just like poof. Don't know what's happening. I think past 2015 everything just became a dumpster fire of everything happening. Oh boy. Chapter 36 end. I think this is actually the second to last chapter. Yeah, it is. Second to last chapter. Oh man, back. My back is killing me. Like the memes as well this year. The memes have just been. I remember memes used to be funny. Now it's just not. They're not funny at all anymore. It's a terrible year we live in. Chapter 37 torrent. Okay, now that's Kiriyama. Okay, now that Kiriyama's here too, let's get back again to where we left off. Now I've laid out the board here. Hey, is this? Yes, it's the board from a game I played in last year's Shishio Championship in a challenger deciding tournament which I lost. Somehow I suddenly gotten interested in it. I guess it's because I'll be in Okushima starting this weekend. It makes me want to delve into my own lost battles. Okay, let's resume. Like I said, Sente does 6-1 Kaku, Gote does F2 Fu, and then Sente is fine with 7-4 Fu. Wrong. Sente just does 7-4 Fu. What's the point of dropping a Kaku there? Could it be that you're the type to die really quickly because you make pointless moves on the battlefield? Huh? What are you going on about? And what type of you should get that son? A type that plunks into position and then gets so fixated on verifying the situation that before he knows it, he's surrounded the end? Like in the battle of Shigeki Ahara, you mean you'd be Shimazu? Ha! I know that. Thank you, anime. I know that battle now. And I tell you, anime doesn't teach you anything. Thank you, anime. I learned history when I didn't learn it in school. Literally, the history in my school was literally World War One, and it was literally the World Wars. It was literally all everything it was. I was like, man, could have learned so many more things, but it was just literally that. I was like, it's disappointing because there's actually so much more to history than those things. You're like, ah. But alas, it's like RE was fixated on one thing only. It was kind of terrible because you just lost interest in it so fast. But gladly, the internet teaches you a lot more things than what the school teaches you. The school does not teach you anything. But what can you do? School systems like that nowadays. So, wouldn't Sente 6-1 Kaku and Gote 5-2 Fu be pretty rough? 6-1 Kaku would gain a drop. The Kaku that dropped first is a dumber one. I'm telling you, simply going with 7 Fu is a logical move for Sente. With Sente at 7-4 Fu and Gote 6-4 Kin, and Sente 6-1 Kaku would be totally absurd. Sente 3-5 Fu followed by Gote 7-1 Kaku would be much better. Huh? If Gote drops F2 Fu, then the future would be pretty bright for Sente coming around with F8 high, don't you think? Oh man. Okay then, what if Gote follow up 6-1 Kaku with 6-4 Kin? Huh? Sente hasn't even pushed with 7-4 Fu and you're closing with the Kin? I don't think so. Due to the large quantity of words we are delivering it to via image. Man, that actually is quite a lot. Though I actually do congratulate this manga. I actually learned quite a lot. Like stuff I would never have learned before. I'm actually learning it. If Goto is forced to defend with F2 Fu, then it's a guaranteed victory. What if Senta did 7-4 Fu followed by 4-7 Kaku? Then what, huh? Senta can just drop with 5-6 Fu, don't you think? What? Could you not even come up with that? Maybe you should go back to 1 Dan. Not the worst thing that happened in life. I had to do a whole entire unit in university for turning a film into a TV show. I had to turn Battle Royale into a TV show, which was a freaking amazing TV show. Not gonna lie, I loved it. And I had to present everything to my class, and not a single person seen Battle Royale. I was like, what life am I living right now? When did I wake up and no one's ever seen this film? I was like, no one ever get taught that film and how important it is. Like, did no one ever get taught how important that film is? No. I actually wanted to break down and cry when I heard that no one saw that film. Not a single person put a hand up. I was like, how? So people were like Quentin Tarantino, and Quentin Tarantino's favorite film of the 20th century is Battle Royale. It's like, how have you not seen it? It's like, I see. If I was a teacher, I'll literally just throw all my students like all the good stuff. But clearly we don't have this. We don't have this in life. Man, it breaks my heart sometimes. It breaks my heart when I have to read these things. I'm like, what do I owe to live this life that I live right now? Top Mud is 45 moves, right in hand pieces again. Fine, it's finally quieting down. I guess that old trick still works. Mating problem put up on the wall. A technique for when kids in the classroom are rowdy and nothing else seems to work. Once you've figured it out, please take your seats. So, yes, what do you think, Kiriyama, about this? Would you drop 6-1 Kaku, or would you just go with 7-4 Fu? Well, I was thinking that, at this point in the game, things are not looking very good. Huh? Don't try to undermine the premise of the problem. That would defeat the whole purpose of studying, Kiriyama. But if you don't visualize what this would have been like in a real game, there's really no point to the exercise. In that case, you would have done something before you got to this board. In that case, you'd have done something before you even got to this board. Could you be a little more specific? Tell us why this is such a bad move. So you want me to explain it? Well, it just feels bad, I guess. It feels bad. It feels bad, Kiriyama? You bastard. I'll look like a genius by keeping it abstract. Was that what you thought while you randomly spat that out? Cut to the chase, or does that speech center on your brain need a little stimulating? Hey, put my cactus down. Oh man. I'm sorry, Kiriyama, but this is a study group, so please put it into words. I know up till this point you've been studying on your own, so you've been brushed over these parts, but please try, okay? Now go ahead. Well, with the 3-7 gin still there, it already feels bad, like, And in what way? Well, it just sort of seems like Center 7-4 Fu is going to be pretty detrimental. Detrimental? No. No, it won't. What are you thinking about? Yeah, on that point, I would agree with... Oh, wow, okay. That's a long word for me. Xiaolongabo. Over there. Xiaolongabo, what was that, you bastard? Want to take this outside? I've got no problem with that. You're so noisy. Shut up, you two. I see. A bad feeling, huh? Indeed. Okay, I'm leaving now. See you. Next time I'll contact you again after checking my schedule. Okay. Kiriyama, yes? You free tomorrow? Yes. Once school lets out, I really don't have anything. Would you mind coming back again? This time on your own? That's what Shimada-san told me. And the next day, hey, sorry for making it 2 days in a row. Do Do you not get any sleep? No, I did. Or rather, I conked out. Right on top of the board. I never heard that term before, conked out. Do you want something to drink, Kiriyama? Ah, I'll get it. What would you like? Oh, coffee would be good. Hot coffee. Only have instant though. Okay, here you go. Sorry. If I lose one more game, it would make or break time already. If I lose one more game, it would make or break time already. Straight losses they're the only thing that it wasn't really the time to be thinking about my hometown, I guess. First, I need 2 wins. The 6th game is in my hometown. Your hometown? Yeah, it's Yamagata. Yamagata? What's it like? Where it's all snow. And when it's not snowing, it's mountains and rivers and paddy fields. And yeah, there's nothing. Well, if there are paddy fields, it's not nothing. Yeah, but the crop sizes are being reduced. So now those paddy fields are, well, there's not much point in talking about it. I guess it's hard for you to picture it. It's really a place where everything is disappearing. That includes the people, the paddy fields, the schools, and the homes. So, I didn't really catch it, but okay, shall we get started? I get the feeling that he said, so that's why. Do a regular Yagura. You remember the board from yesterday, right? Something like that. Yeah, here we go. 75 fu 368 338 high. What? 73k 616 fu 42 kaku. They're pouring into me. Shimura-san's thoughts. 37 gin, 53 gin, 35 fu, same fu. It's like a dam has started to drain. Suddenly, all this, so much pressure. Samekaku. 3-5 upper high, 3-5-4 gin, Samekin, 3-5 kaku, 4-3 fu, Samekaku. Gasp. If I think about it, this is the first time I've been at the receiving end of an A-class player thoughts for this long. Ah man, I dozed off. I had to come home. It was like a muddy stream. Ow. My shoulders, my eyes, what's going on? But I couldn't get swept up in it or shrink away from it, so I desperately braced myself. Man, I'm so tired. No. We are pros. We are pros. It's not a relationship where only one of us gets anything good out of it. Back then, the reason Shimura's son invited me was because he thought there was something to gain from me, and in turn, I thought I might have a little something to offer. So I said I would like to join his study group. That's why. Oh boy, my throat is actually giving out. There we are. That's what I needed. That day, and thought pierced through me. Has something I want to ask this person. Gasp! Until I can grasp that. Okay. Next day, Shimura's son travelled to Okushima. Absolutely must hold on. The curtain is raised on the 3rd game of the Shishio Championship. Chapter 37, end. Oh boy, okay. One more chapter to go. My throat's actually giving out a little bit. What I might do is actually leave that little thing to the end, because my throat's actually going to die if I read anything else out loud. That isn't a chapter. I feel like my throat's like edging away from me. Right, so let's actually get onto the chapter itself and probably read it at the end if my voice is like sort of not died. So I probably will turn into Batman by the end of the stream. So chapter 38, passing time. So it looks like you just made it, huh, Sensei? Apparently everyone's going to Mouseland the day after tomorrow for a farewell party. Have you heard about that? Seriously, why are you going out your way to let me know? You've done this several times over the course of this year. I'm honestly thinking you're in bullying territory now. Nothing's changed. I barely met the minimum attendance. I didn't join any clubs. I stagnated in rank competitions. I didn't produce any results, but the fact that I advanced to next grade was thanks to you, Sensei. Thank you very much. Quit it. Didn't produce any results. Don't say stuff like that. While you've been working, you've been going to school, making your own food, doing your own cleaning, and taking out trash, fighting, earning money, and paying your rent. When I was 17, I'd think maybe I'd turn out to be somebody pretty awesome, totally baseless dreams like that. While I'd be going to game centers and reading manga, hanging out with friends and watching TV, I'd worry about the rent, and I'd never save any money. I didn't prepare food or clean either. Don't say you didn't produce any results. You worked hard. I saw you do it. I wish he would stop. This person's always been like that. I really wish he'd stop being so insensitive and straightforward. When he's like this, all of a sudden, it really bothers me. Hey, it's still pretty chilly. How about we go and get some Odin to eat? I'll treat you. How about that? To celebrate you advancing. It's okay, you don't have to. And how about we go to Mouseland, just us guys? Why don't we go right now? No, let's go with Odin. Really? Just Odin? I remember that scene in the anime. That scene actually it's a really nice scene. Kind of like, you did good, man. You did good. It's like it's that kind of pep talk he needed. I think now is the point where he starts to change as a character. I think now is like literally that point, if I remember correctly. Then March came, my short spring break again. The Shishio Championship Game 3, Day 2. Shimano-san, it looks tough. All you can do is persevere, I guess. Persevere, I guess. Though Shimano-san has used more time. If I lose one more game, it would be make or break time already. Straight losses are the only thing that. Shimano-san, please somehow, you've got to. Ah yes, who is it? Hina-chan? Momo-chan too? I came to get the Jubako back. Hold on a minute, do you want anything to drink? What are you supposed to give guests? Tea or something is fine for adults, but these are middle schoolers and kindergarteners, so what do I offer? You drink hot tea with Onari-san, right? Don't you have any chocolate to give me? Do you have any chocolate? Give me something sweet. Don't you have any cola? In a way, a person who's pretty... I can't actually read that last line. Thank you so much for the Jubako. It was delicious. Kiriyama-kun, did you eat it all? Most of it was eaten by, but I managed to get three of them. I ate them. The wasabi ones were great. Oh really? I'm glad. We put in the wasabi flavoured ones because Grandpa likes those. Onya-chan and I made them together. We made them for Hinamatsuri and they were good, so we thought you might like some. So, who was that woman from that day? Huh? The one from the other day? It's just, well, I was wondering if you were okay, Ray-chan. It looked like you two were fighting, or rather it looked like it was just her yelling at you, so I was wondering if it was okay. So, was she a witch? If I really were a witch, I wouldn't be having these miserable problems. No, she's not. She's not a witch or anything. She's my older sister. Sister? Yeah, we're siblings and siblings fight, right? But it's okay since we're family after all. That happens with you too, right, Momo-chan? Nah, cool, didn't miss anything. Now that you mention it, Akari One-chan and Hina-chan, they both fight a lot, like they call each other stupid and start crying. But they make up, yeah, that's right. I'm back. I got the answer, One-chan. That girl, she was Ray-chan's sister. Ah, that's such a relief. I was worried. It was just a little fight between siblings. Hey, is that so? When I watched Risu Pake Sensei, I'm hungry for that. I'm hungry. Forget that squirrel. Actually, squirrel would be good. Would be good. Just feed me. Hina, isn't that really a bad thing? Hmm. They'd lived under the same roof for 10 odd years, and yet, looking at those two back then, I didn't get the sense that they were siblings one bit. I see, Reikun. So that's why you left the house, huh? The CCO Championship third round on the 13th. On the move 113, Shima's son, 8th Dan, resigned. At 5 o'clock, a distant nostalgic song played across the town. To say for the first time, I realised that the song was Hometown. Plot twist was such a relief after all. Oh man, okay. I think my throat's actually kind of alright, so I'll read that last bit that I missed out, because my throat felt like it was transitioning to Batman. I was like, do I really want to become Batman today? Do I need that life yet? Do I need to become a crime fighter for a bit? Nah, I'm good today. So I'll go back to it now, because I actually think my throat's doing good. God, it actually has more words than Jojo does. Jojo's like longer, but it actually has less words. That was just like, it's like words everywhere. Like, holy crap! And like, just you sort of realise that your eyes are doing that constantly. Like, oh, it gets tough, but it's actually quite an interesting. It's actually quite a great read. I remember where it is now. It does it like there it is. Hey, here we are. Alright, so study real matches, the reality of study groups. There are many ways to study shogi. You could go over complicated games, which is called reviewing and game records, or you could do mating problems, or strengthening your endgame skills. These two are standard practices, but the most used one would have to be real matches. Playing actual games is important. Playing lots of practice games improves your intuition. However, if you want to be a pro, you can't say anything. It's fine as long as you're playing. Unless you play against high-level opponents and really concentrate, you won't really be studying. So now, we turn to study groups. These are places where several shogi players gather to play practice games. While the word study is in the name, it's really more of a gathering to play shogi rather than to study. There are different sorts of locations where the members could meet depending on the situation, but you can generally count on the fact that there will be an even number of people. You can see why, right? It's pretty common to have 4 players, 4 people, so 2 can play each other in what's called verses. Verses is the name that comes from when you would jot down predictions in a notebook and write verses name on it. There are quite a few young people participate in study groups, so it's pretty common for young people to meet 10 days a month. Though I've heard that as their ranks rise and they reach the peak of their play, there is a natural tendency for that number to dwindle. Since private events are increasing, there's no real help in that. Also, there are some shogi players who don't do study groups at all. There are many players who are just not suited to the idea, but still excellent players. The world of shogi is a world of self-management, so there are quite a few types of players. Now, because there are groups, there are names. Generally speaking, the names of the highest ranking members of a group will be put the same name as a crown, such as the Senzaki study. But there are some pretty interesting names too. A group that meets on Monday called Monday Study, or a group that refers to a ranging Hishiya called Ranging Hishiya Study. Even then, there are still more. There are players with blogs called Blog Study, and a group that gets its name from the beer called Heinen Study. A group of Fukumoto Nobuyuki Sensei fans called Kaiji Study, and so on. Study groups aren't very formal, strict. A lot of them start from just talking back and forth, and often they naturally dissolve. It's also common practice for any member who are interested to get a drink afterwards. sometimes they can get intensely immersed in shogi, and sometimes, like Kiriyama-kun and Nikaido-kun, they can talk pretty vehemently, though usually the conversations are dumb and pretty childish. Whew! There we are. The end. Man, my brow was actually sweating for a bit there. It's really hot in my room, really randomly. I don't know why. Anyhow, there we are. I like how Simple Comic literally just appeared just then. I just pressed escape and went donk out. I was like, thank you, Simple Comic. Thank you. Oh boy, okay. We shall talk a bit about that little bit of volume. Alright, so I think this is kind of the transition for Rei's character, because Rei's kind of realizing certain things now. He's like sort of growing, like organically from other people as well, because now, since Sensei basically said, look dude, you did good, don't worry about it, like you beat yourself up, but really there's something to beat up here because you did great. That whole entire bit, it sort of changes him slightly, because after that point, you saw it beforehand when he was speaking to Kyoko, he never really ever called her a sister, never really ever called her a stranger either. It's kind of that middle ground. It wasn't really in between each other. It was kind of just something. It was acquaintance, if you so to speak. But after that whole entire chapter with Sensei, it just sort of changed, and then he actually called her sister. He called her an older sister. Maybe he's just calling an older sister kind of as a guise towards Akari and everyone like that. But it's the first time we really ever saw him call her a sister. Like, it's never ever happened beforehand. Rei still can't get over Kyoko, and she was still best boy. That's all it. That's the class of the day. We learnt so much today. God damn! What's on? Oh, my mouse is on the floor. My mouse is on the floor for some reason. But yeah, I actually thought it was actually quite kind of neat, because it just shows a transition in his character, because he's sort of kind of more alert than he was beforehand, because now. Because he even said it when Sensei was actually saying it to him. He's like, I wish he would stop. Like, he doesn't ever want to kind of have these things said to him, which is kind of valid, because people, God, my throat's actually giving out. People that tend to have like those kind of complexes don't ever like the idea of someone ever saying anything that's actually kind of rewarding to them. Because I actually have that sometimes when people say, look, you did good. You'd never really feel that unless you actually know yourself you've done good. You never actually can get out of that kind of rut that you're in. It's terrible for that reason. Like, you're just stuck in there until you actually realize yourself, look, I've actually done good here. I actually know I haven't done bad. So it's one of those things that you kind of learn it from him. Like, he knows himself that he needs to say it to himself. It's like what I think Grandpa mentioned it 2 volumes ago. I think he mentioned the fact that he can't get out of that rut by someone else. He needs to get out of that rut himself. So it's that whole entire thing. Like, he can't get out of that rut until he realizes it himself. So Sensei telling him those things, this is valid. It makes him more alert, but at the same time, he hasn't got out of the rut he's in currently, because he hasn't himself realized it himself yet, that he's done good, he's done all these things. It's kind of depressing, because he actually has done quite a lot for a person. Like, he's done so much this whole entire point, but he doesn't realize it himself yet. Until he actually realizes that point, he can't get out of that rut. I think now is the kind of the time when he transitions and begins to kind of grow, and maybe at one point he actually kind of just gets out the emotional rut he's in, actually kind of grows as a person, because it kind of is keeping him back, if you, so to speak. Granted, it's very much more explored in the anime when it comes to the kind of camera work. The camera work kind of does actually kind of explore the idea like a lot better, because it kind of like paints Rei in the corner of a screen. It actually really paints him in the center of a screen. Like, you never really see him in the center of a shot until the very end. Like, this arc, and I think the next one afterwards, does actually kind of allow him to become the center point of a scene. Beforehand, he was always in the corner, like kind of always recluse and actually kind of stuck. Which actually was kind of interesting, because it just told you visually that, look, he is in an emotional rut right now. He actually can't get out of himself. He needs himself to get out of that alone. So it's actually kind of interesting for that regard, because you actually learn a lot from his character just by the way that he acts and the way that the camera actually positions him in the anime. But here, it's explored through the actual kind of inner monologues. The monologues kind of do really give a lot more information that otherwise might be lost if it was never explored. So good job on that one. It's actually kind of neat, but this one also allowed Kyoko to actually kind of realize certain things as well, and I think Kyoko might grow as a character as well, like as time goes on. I think because I like again, I said it in the anime live reactions /reviews /commentary things. I don't know how to call those things sometimes. Like, it was said in there as well, like the fact that Momo really was us as an audience, because originally we think Kyoko is a witch. We don't really see her as a good character. We see her as a complete arsehole towards Rei. But once you understand her as a person, you really just get to know that she's actually human. She's actually a lot more than what it's actually kind of shown. Like, I lost my train of thought just then. Like, yeah, she's that kind of character. She's, whew, man, my brain's had a brain fart just then. She's human. It's the kind of the major thing. She has her own problems, but Momo doesn't understand that. Momo is like us. We didn't understand it originally. We just see her at first glance to be this kind of terrible character, but now we understand her. Now we actually get her. We actually understand that she's more than that. She's actually a person going through her own troubles, which actually is kind of neat, because it's actually a nice little thing just to kind of show you that, yeah, characters can in a manga and an anime can actually have a forced interpretation of a character. Like, we have that as an audience. I think it's actually kind of neat that Momo was that character, because she was us practically at the beginning of the manga. So I actually quite like that. I thought it was actually one of those neat things. It wasn't lost. It wasn't added in by it wasn't added in by Shaft. I thought it was actually kind of neat that I actually had it in the manga as well, because it's a pinnacle point for me as when I was watching it. So yeah, all in all, pretty freaking good. So yeah, I think we got like 9 chapters to go, I believe. Yeah, I think we've got 9 chapters to go now. I think the next part of the volume is the actual fight between Arima and Kai, and actually then it goes into Rei's past for a bit, and then it kind of, we get the good stuff again. We get to the new stuff. So yeah, hopefully if all goes well, I should actually have it finished tomorrow, I believe, if nothing actually happens in between. If not, probably Tuesday, I believe. Yeah. So yeah, I think then we kind of just we carry on until the anime premieres, and then we just kind of watch the anime at the same time as covering the manga. So yeah, I do apologize, my voice kind of drifting out between Batman and normal voice, but sometimes my voice just gives out. Never understood why. Just I think my throat gets really freaking dry really freaking quickly. I have no idea. But anyway, if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole, and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed, it does help quite a bit. If you have enjoyed what I do here, and you want to stay that a bit longer, then do leave a sub, because indeed, it does help quite a bit. But until tomorrow, I shall see you guys later. Bye for now.